Good afternoon, I'm Amy Barnes with your 3 p.m. Bulletin. The Chancellor of the Exchequer, Philip Hammond, announced the autumn budget today. Our reporter, Larry Jones, has the latest. So, Larry, what's been happening?
So the Chancellor has delivered the autumn statement, and here's a roundup of the main points Mr Hammond covered. The Tories are planning to build 300,000 new homes every year into the mid-2020s. There will also be an abolition of stamp duty for first-time buyers on properties worth £300,000. The government will also seek compulsory purchases of land banked by developers for commercial reasons rather than technical ones. There will also be a 100% tax premium on empty properties. The living wage is set to rise to £7.83 from April 2019, and this will be in line with inflation, which is currently at 3%. The OBR expect national debt to peak at 86.5% of the national income, but this will then fall in the coming years, although some are quite sceptical of this. And the government will also set aside £3 billion for preparations for Brexit.
Thanks, Larry. Due to the minimum earning level for loan repayments rising from £21,000 to £25,000, over 80% of students will never repay their loans in full, according to the Sutton Trust. We asked some local students their thoughts on paying back student loans.
I feel like paying back student loans is a big scare, but I don't think it's something that should put people off uni. I think it's way too much for students to pay.
I don't really mind paying it back because at the end of the day we've all got to pay for something.
I feel a little bit stressed out about it because obviously there's a lot of money to pay back, but at the same time obviously you don't start paying it back until you earn a certain amount.
The NHS will immediately receive £350 million to tackle the impending winter crisis as part of a total £2.8 billion emergency cash injection. This, however, falls short of the £4 billion demanded by the health service boss, Simon Stevens. Just over 38,000 people were seen at A&E units in Southampton between December and March last winter, and there are concerns that an Australian flu outbreak could strike the UK, putting extra pressure on the NHS. The Toyota Mobility Foundation have partnered with Nesta's Challenge Prize Centre to create new technology to help with people with paralysis seek independence. The competition is open to teams around the globe with a $4 million prize for the winning group. Results of the competition are expected to be announced in September 2020. Many families and carers have been protesting over the last few weeks to save the Respite Centre on Kentish Road in Southampton from closing. Our reporter Ellie Shivers is here to tell us more. So Ellie, why is the centre closing down?
Well, Southampton City Council announced it need to make £120 million in cuts, and this has caused a lot of controversy and protesting. There has been a 3-year-long campaign to try and stop the City Council from voting to shut the Respite Centre here in Southampton.
And when is the centre due to close?
The Kentish Road Respite Centre is due to shut on November 30th this year, and according to the council this will save £300,000 a year.
So what is happening to the people that use the centre?
Well, it has been said that other arrangements will be made for the people that use the centre, but it is not yet apparent what these arrangements are. A positive, however, is Simon Letts, the Labour leader of Southampton City Council, has praised family and carers for their campaigning.
Thanks, Ellie. Jack Maynard has left I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here after 3 days of filming. Old tweets from 2012 of his use of insulting language have resurfaced, but have since been removed. These include the mocking of gay men and addressing his friends using racist terms. He has since apologised and agreed with the decision to cut him from the show. Phil Gibson, the head of student support at Southampton Solent University, spoke about racism and discrimination among students.
These are issues that you come across in the press recently quite a bit, and occasionally it does crop up that our student population mentions some of these sort of discriminatory comments. We have a set of values that don't accept that sort of behaviour. Potentially students could report it to the student hub. Potentially it could become a police matter if it was something that was online, and we might end up working with the police on it.
That's all from us today. You can find all our stories and more at solentjournalism.co.uk.